In this dialog, we demonstrate how a chart can display data from multiple data series. So what you see over here is two charts actually on the dialog, but both charts are plotting the same data series. And in actual fact, this chart over here is plotting four different data series. It's plotting the record high temperature, the average high, the average low, and the record low temperature for Boston for various months of the year. So let's go first take a look at the data series that is used for this chart. So we'll go here to data series, and we can see that this chart is based on static data. And if we edit our data, we can see that the static data is a CRL left a limited list of values, and then there are sub-series. There's a sub-series for month, record high, average low, record low precipitation, and snowfall. So the first sub-series called month has January, February, March. The next sub-series called record high has 72, 70, 89, etc. So here's all our static data for the chart. And then if we go over to the chart itself, the first chart, which is side-by-side bar charts, we can see that our chart definition uses vertical bars that have been grouped together. And then when we go over to the data, we can see here that we've added several different series to the chart. So we've selected from the series called Boston underbar climate, we've chosen the sub-series called record high, the sub-series called average high, the sub-series called average low, and the sub-series called record low. So in order to add a series, you could just click the add button, and you can plot as many series as you want by just continuously clicking the add button. And then for each series that we selected, we specified a name for the label of that series. So the label for this first series is going to be called record high, and then average high, average low, and then record low, etc. So this is where we selected the data for the actual the series for the actual data. Then for the category label, we chose again the same series, Boston underbar climate, but this time we chose the month sub-series, and that gave us the month. And then we said that we'd like to label the charts using the data.category placeholder. So that's how we basically got the four series on the chart all plotted as a side-by-side bar chart. Then you can see, in order to create the gradient background for each of these bars, next we went over to chart styles, and if we edit the chart styles as CSS and switch to the code view, we can see that we've defined CSS selectors for series 1, series 2, series 3, series 4, etc. That of course could be done either by code over there, or we can go to the series styles over there, and then you'll see that basically there's our four series styles that we've defined, and for each style we've used the builder over here to create the gradient. So you can see for the first bar we chose a gradient vertical with red, and then just a white accent color, and then orange and a white accent color. So this is how we created those gradient backgrounds for that chart. Then when we go over to the next chart, we can see here that this chart is plotting the exact same data, the Boston climate data over here, but this time instead of choosing a vertical bar, we've chosen a spline. So that gave us our chart basically using lines over here rather than bars. So let's pause now and pick this up and show how we can intermingle lines and bars on the same chart.